Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It is really with deep humility that I take and accept this honor from CAIR, an organization for decades that has embodied the prophetic command to speak the truth, even if it be against yourself. To speak truth in the face of injustice is not an act of convenience for us. It's an act of faith. It is to understand that justice, adl, is not optional in Islam. It is a divine command. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى. Allah commands to justice. We have no choice but to fulfill the command of Allah, just as we fulfill the command of Allah to pray. It means standing firm when the winds of fear, smear, and power and white supremacy ask us not to speak truth to power, but actually negotiate for a tawaf around the White House. For me, this journey has always been about holding up the mirror, asking America to see itself truthfully. From the classroom to the streets, from Berkeley to Gaza, I've witnessed how narratives are shaped to erase the oppressed, how colonialism, Islamophobia, and racism are rebranded to maintain power. Speaking truth to power means refusing the erasure. It means insisting that Palestinian lives are sacred, that Black lives are sacred, that immigrant lives are sacred. It is not a choice. We have to fulfill our command to treat all lives as sacred. Since the year 2000, Watson Institute said that approximately 4.5 million Muslims have died in the so-called war on terror. Muslims have been terrorized, yet they are labeled to be terrorists. That is about rebranding and shaping a different narrative in the world. We have to insist that Muslim lives are sacred and that our humanity is not conditional on political approval or media filters. As Gaza was bombed, starved, and turned into rubble, our universities issued no statements on the genocide. Universities issued no statements on genocide. Universities issued no statements of genocide. Our politicians offered no justice or relief for the victims while expressing sympathy to the perpetrators. Our media spun no outrage, only context for the Israelis. Both sidism. Let me be very clear. There is no true sidism to genocide. There's only one side. Either you are speaking on genocide or you actually stand aside at this moment in history. Truth-telling is never easy. It comes with surveillance, with labels, with doors closed, grants canceled, speaking invites canceled, and you could ask Zahra how many of those come about. All of this might be high price for us to pay, but the price of silence is greater. The price of silence is greater. The price of silence is greater. As the Quran declares, all you who believe, stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to Allah, even if it is against your own self. Today, as we witness the unimaginable suffering from Gaza to Sudan, from the Congo to Somalia, from refugee camps to streets here, where Muslims are profiled and policed, the moral task before us is clear. We must speak, organize, and build institutions that refuse to bow to fear. That is our role today. I want to conclude. CAIR has been at the heart of that struggle. It has defended our civil rights, confronted Islamophobia, and reminded this nation that Muslims will not be silent. They will not be silent participants in their own marginalization. But CAIR cannot do this work alone. So I ask you, support them, stand with them, strengthen the infrastructure of truth and justice in our community, because liberation, spiritual, moral, and political depends on it. You have to invest in CAIR, not to beg you, but to invest in CAIR, because that is our strength and that's what makes our community. In the end, truth has a way of enduring. Empires will fall, Empires will fall. Zionism will fall. Palestine will be free. Lies collapse. But truth anchored in justice and compassion remains. May Allah grant us all the courage to keep speaking even when our voices tremble, and the wisdom to know that every word uttered for justice echoed for eternity. I'll conclude. History's arc bends not by apology or silence, but by action. History's arc bends not by apology or silence, but by action. Let's get up and make action and transform this world and make a free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, and let's make history. Jazakumullah khair.